Like the video and subscribe right now, or this depression doggo will end it all. When you hit a spider and it run behind the bed. Girls with Photoshop. Oh my god, I can't wait to make myself look prettier. Boys with Photoshop. Vladimir Newton. My girlfriend when I hesitate after she asks, do I look fat in this? Your chances of survival are about 1 in 1,000. Me, math is hard. The Asian kid next to me. Yes. The X here is made out of. Cara Delevingne plays Sweet Home Alabama on guitar behind her back. This is nothing guys, my ex was able to play me behind my back. Mars. Elon Musk. Girls commenting on each other's Instagram posts. Throwing a party when you're an adult. Please leave by 9. I will never forget the time I was at a party. We were playing Truth and Dare and someone dared me to go home. Friends are like birds. They die if you kill them. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. Scientists invent a new way to collect energy with funny memes. I just got laughed at during a meeting for raising my hand to ask a question. Sorry for being polite and applying a technique that was forced on me for 12 years. Years of academy training wasted. Just made my famous gluten-free, dairy-free vegan cheeseburger. Oh yeah, that's definitely the coolest meal I've ever saw. My mom. Do you want butter or syrup on your pancakes? Me. Is it too much to ask for both? Florida man breaks into home to cook breakfast. Tells resident to go back to sleep. Me when.
If you buy anything from Apple, you should use WikiBuy. It automatically applies coupon codes to your shopping cart. Get
me when I actually remember to bring my reusable bag to the grocery store. I have dyslexia. Task failed successfully. Black people. Bottom text. When you decide to replay your favorite game and then remember that mission. I can't. Not again. I'm not strong enough. Here comes the sun. Do. Rapper Nicki Minaj announces retirement from music. Nobody. When girls say, who put your shirt back on? You afraid to get wet? Friend, you can't just post a screenshot of a SpongeBob episode and expect people to like it. Me. When you win a game of rock paper scissors with your friend and they say, best of 3. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Mom. Your Catholic aunt is coming over today. Please behave yourself. Me. Cutting people's earphones, then giving them AirPods. Cutting off their legs, then buying them a wheelchair. Teacher walks into class 16 minutes late. The whole class. Some slaughterhouses use a Judas goat. It's a trained goat that will calmly leave livestock to their slaughter while its own life is spared. I'm fighting for my freaking life. Me, who a bug. Bug, who a depressed piece of me. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Daniel. The cooler Daniel. Professor. Hello, I'm Professor. First year students. Dogs when you feed them the same meal for the 5,834th time. Camping on water is now possible with this floating tent. Nice place number. When your Uber driver makes an awful joke but you gotta laugh so he doesn't kidnap your ass. Girls, who she's wearing the same dress as me. Boys. Teacher, your writing is awful, I could barely read your essay. Teacher's writing. Playing online after 4 AM. Me with 0 kills. No one. Guy in a math problem. Society. The guy that can crap in school toilets. Ha ha ha, awesome. There was this Chinese guy in the supermarket and he didn't know how to say chicken. So he grabbed an egg and went to the cashier and asked, "Where mother?" Hey, as long as it works. Friends, just ask him to help with the project. He's smart. Him. The scars remind us that the past is real. Me playing Minecraft at 32 chunks. My PC. Uber driver taking a selfie with an empty backseat for some reason. When you realize that the Americans get both 420 and 6-9. I'll never forgive the Americans. They also got 9/11. KSI vs Logan Paul 2. I hope the chocolate man wins. When a streamer answers your question. You don't have a skeleton inside you, you're a brain. You are inside a skeleton. You're piloting a bone mech that's using meat armor. Sometimes my geniuses, it's almost frightening. When your little brother kills your Minecraft dog so you sell him on Craigslist. A soul for a soul. Being the cute couple at your school. When you get a C+ on your group project. You. Your best friend. The girl that was randomly selected into your group. Hey whoa, it me, your Uber driver. What is she waiting outside for you? Are you sure you want to cancel? Yes. Penguin of the month. Naughty Bernie. Laid her egg in someone else's burrow and left them to it. Good Draco. Adopting an abandoned egg. Wonder whose that was. When you go to Area 51 to get alien booty, but instead you get Fortnite 2. Logan Paul, why did I just watch people cut soap for 45 minutes? Why did you film a dead body for 5 minutes? Flex State can't fix that. When you pull down your friend's pants in front of others so they laugh at him, but they call you gay instead. Nuclear power plant. Spider farm. Something's wrong. I can feel it. I got bored and bought a piece of poop named Shelly. I like Shelly's glasses. Stop roasting me, it's only Tuesday. Denmark's army on bikes watching German tanks roll onto the battlefield. We are f***ed. Car ad. This car can fit 6 people. The person sitting on the gear shift. Me leaving Area 51 with a microwave that eats the food, not the bowl. How do you game all night? Aren't you tired? Well, that's my secret. I'm always tired. My girlfriend when I have extra fries. My girlfriend when she has extra fries. Death is a preferable alternative to communism. When you're arguing on the internet and a random person comes and backs you up. Teacher, Mike has 2 balls. 5th graders. Jiu-jitsu. The gentle art of folding clothes while people are still in them. Involuntary yoga. Students invent bacteria that eat plastic from the oceans and turn it into water. Kardashians. Pokemon gets injured. Okay, get in. The whole class. The teacher playing educational rap songs. What is the weirdest thing a complete stranger has done to you? I got told to show me your while in a crosswalk. The car had several guys in it. I did, and they cheered. I'm a 6'4", 240 pound very hairy man. It was an interesting experience. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. September 6th. Americans reading at 9:6. Europeans reading at 6:9. My girlfriend. I'm not communist. Me. Opens lunchbox. My girlfriend. Soviet anthem intensifies. Many modern things have their origins in the Middle Ages. For instance. 20 minutes into the Area 51 invasion. This desert is stupid. They need to put a drinking fountain out here. We went to the beach to find shark teeth, so when my daughter yelled, I found teeth, this was the last thing I was expecting. My cat always looks like he has anxiety. Yes, he always looks like this. When you're playing as the medic and you have the most kills. Pharmacist, I diagnose you with dead. Why does Samuel L. Jackson always play black guys? It's actually illegal for teachers to keep the class after the bell as punishment. It violates the Geneva Convention's laws on collective punishment. Life hack, just freaking accuse your teacher of a war crime. When you are sneaking around downstairs late at night and you dropped something and it makes a loud noise, and before picking it up you stand there for a minute like this to make sure no one heard. Lower your child's risk of overdosing by building up their intolerance. I want to wake up with you the rest of my life. I get up at 5 AM. Never mind. When you take a crap and lose 2 pounds, fitness isn't just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. Troy Lee and Greg, a death row inmate in Georgia, escaped the night before his execution, only to be killed in a bar fight that very same night. Task failed successfully. When the conversation good as F. My mom, he laughs every time he is on his phone. I bet he has a girlfriend. Me on my phone looking at a picture of Mr. Krabs saying number. His arrival was foretold in the ancient murals.
The enemy ship sank.
No one. Wheels on the bus. We are going in circles. My favorite part of the song, the GPS saying you need to turn left. World's strongest man contest. Cave sounds, so strong. When you find yourself in a situation that could go two drastically different ways, only gay cops give me tickets. My 10th generation chicken in my Minecraft farm. When a fat man works out and loses some weight, I found my nuts. I just saved hundreds by switching to self-checkout and fricking stealing. Calculators need a show the work option. High school math teachers, he's too dangerous to be kept alive. Day 136 without 6. The couch is looking for me. Me confesses my love to my crush. My crush admits she likes me back. Me 2 minutes later. Well, that was a nice dream. Man drugged and robbed by Cardi B. Says it was still better than listening to her music. Don't take a bite out of him, boys. He's a friend. When I play Plague Incorporated on an Area 51 computer, and 1 week later I hear about an unknown virus spreading in Africa, I'm ahead to Greenland. When you wash your face in a public bathroom, but there's only a hand dryer. Water, 1 mile. Water, 1 kilometer. Americans. Hugs girlfriend. Girlfriend, hey, what's in your pocket? Me, it's a surprise tool that will help us later. Why the F is your D in your pocket? You and your child driving late at night along a deserted road. You come across a van full of money with the driver dead from an apparent heart attack. What lesson do you teach your child? Lift with your legs, not your back. Student, this guy is seriously injured. An ice pack won't help. School nurse, but have they used to? Meteorologists, what are you doing? Hurricane Dorian, wouldn't you like to know weather boy? Someone, sum up America in one picture. Me. My co-workers and I being freaking weird. A customer we haven't noticed yet. Revive. Please help, I have a ray gun. Me. Changes the TV source from HDMI from 1 to HDMI 2. My grandparents. You did it. You crazy son of a bee, you did it. Person blocks me on any website. Me and my 200 accounts spamming them with there is no escape. Hans Bestler. House security. In 1847, Robert Liston performed an amputation in 25 seconds, operating so quickly that he accidentally amputated his assistant's fingers as well. Both patient and assistant later died of sepsis and a spectator reportedly died of shock, resulting in the only known surgical procedure with a 300% mortality rate. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities, some considered to be unnatural. When his voice is deep as hell and he calls you baby girl, I'm moister than an oyster. Subscribe and watch previous episodes of Dank Doodle memes. Thanks.
What? You haven't played World of Warships yet? Why the hell not?
Like the video and subscribe right now, and Nugget Cato will protect your room tonight. When you see a crunchy leaf on the ground, and you step on it only to find out it wasn't crunchy. Atoms when I put metal in the microwave. When you're in class and you just finished coughing 40 times, and you feel another one coming. Hey dad, I'm hungry. You want nachos with cheese dip or salsa? Impossible. Perhaps the archives are incomplete. When the math teacher says 69, and the new kid says nice. Huzzah, a man of quality. PE teacher, janitor. We asked people if they care about Homo sapien extinction. If they are going extinct, it's very sad, but at the end of the day I don't care. Yeah, this is big brain time. Poor people, rich people, people who leave the class when the teacher says if you're not going to listen, leave. Minecraft YouTubers, so I done some building off camera, the build. Japanese have a very rich culture. Nephew, I want to become Spider-Man. Uncle. My dad at 6 AM. My blanket, me in the middle of a good dream. How long has it been? Is class almost over? Clock, 8 seconds have passed. 68%. 419. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Me, here's footsteps coming to my bedroom. My search history got reduced to atoms. When you wanna die, but then remember 42069 will happen in your lifetime. I'ma stay for a bit. My FBI agent when I turn off my VPN. Well, if it ain't the invisible cup. Memes in 3100 be like, if you've lived on this planet, your childhood was awesome. People with sensitive teeth. People who bite ice cream. Me, checks if wallet and keys are still in my pockets. Me 2 seconds later. Fascinated at how crossing a corgi with any other dog breed results in what is basically a corgi in disguise as the other breed. A naked woman robbed a bank. Nobody could remember her face. Every day, we stray further from God. How I slept the night before a school trip. Not to sound depressing, but I miss being this excited about life lol. Yo, they revoked his medical license. Mom, dinner's ready. Me, set the table. Girls, who she wore the same outfits as me. Boys. If you ever feel useless, remember someone made a protective cover for Nokia 3310. It was to protect the floor. If God isn't real, then why does the palm of a man fit so perfectly around the throat of a goose? My crush, can I borrow your ruler? Me. Yeah sure. My crush. Why did you mark it at 10 centimeter? Me. How do lawyers not cry when arguing? Teacher tells story for the second time. That one guy. Hey, we've heard this one. The rest of the class. What do you mean we've heard it? It's brand new. Starter packs for the raid. That moment when you save something to your watch later list, and then the next day it turns into genuine anger. Me and the boys after finding Fortnite 2 in Area 51 trash can. Burn it. Me making sandcastles with grandma. Everyone else at her cremation. Cold food turns hot and hot food turns cold. So if your ice cream melts, just leave it there and it will refreeze in about an hour, trust me. It's basically the next step in evolution. Whoever named this a urinal cake clearly missed the opportunity to call it a biscuit. When the nice teacher gets really angry. Tape when I need it to stick to most surfaces. Tape when it sticks to itself. School makes me depressed, suicidal, anxious, cry, feel stupid. Education system. I'm aware of the effect video games have on children. Just as I feared, other countries have already developed super soldiers far beyond my imagination. Poet writes a poem with no underlying meaning. English teachers are yes, enslaved meaning. Write 5 words you can spell. 5 words you can spell. Very clever. I'm a squid. What does that mean? It means he's afraid of the squid word. No it doesn't. Squigger. Stop it Patrick, you're scaring him. Life hacks. Want someone to stop texting you? Send them this SMS. Service error 305. Message delivery failed. Further messages will be charged to your account. Realizing that you're a dead meme which will never be used again. My friend, don't worry, there's plenty of fish in the sea. The fish in the sea. Grand Theft Auto. Steely Wheelie Automobile. Can a Crip donate blood? Can a teacher give a homeless kid homework? What color are mirrors? What does water taste like? If I weigh 99 pounds and eat a pound of nachos, am I 1% nacho? If sperm make babies and is found in testicles, then ball really is life. Flashlight. The same flashlight in a horror movie. The world after World War II. While nuclear weapons are really powerful, we probably shouldn't threaten each other with them. USA and Russia. I can't breathe. Need some change. I'm a little short. 1 hour at school. 1 hour when I'm gaming. 50 historically impressive facts about Romans. When Roman's Emperor Nero's wife died, he found a boy who looked just like his wife, had his testicles removed and made him appear in public with him as his wife. 5'7" guys. 5'7" girls. Wife remarries her husband as she falls in love with him again. After losing her memory, I'm still worthy. You know it's going to be a great year when you open your textbook to this. 9-year-old me eating a banana. My forehead. What boys think girls do with Photoshop. Me a girl. Captain Merkel. William Arita. High school is easy, it's like riding a bike, and the bike is on fire, and the ground is on fire, and everything's on fire, because you're in hell. Students invent bacteria that eat plastic from the oceans and turn it into water. Delicious. Finally some good freaking food. The demon in my room watching me cry at 3 AM instead of sleeping. You okay? Share a Coke with Karen. No, I don't think I will. Student, this text is so confusing, maybe the image might explain some. The textbook image. Show me the real currency. I said the real currency. Perfection. Escaping Area 51 with anti-bully poster that actually stops bullying. store employee yelling at me for changing the desktop background. Me. When the nice teacher starts cooking math. Bulldog bites pedophile's penis off as he tried to rope sleeping children. You have lost as privilege. First generation YouTubers running out of content. Podcasts. My dad going to get milk to celebrate my mum's pregnancy. Me comes into toilet. The ocean 200 years later. People who bite ice cream. Me. Turtles queue up for a scrub when they realize lady has a brush, because that's what heroes do. Rooster pecked Australian's woman to death. Medical journal reports. Everything in Australia has evolved to kill humans. I was about to go to school until I saw my mom wearing a hentai shirt, and now I'm shaking. There's always a nation better than you. Somebody said Dr. Pepper is just barbecue water. We don't even know how to respond to this. In your opinion, what's the height of stupidity? Anakin, how tall are you? Destruction 100. Subscribe and watch previous episodes of Dank Doodle memes. Thanks. You have been visited by Business Doggo. Like the video and subscribe right now to be protected from all bamboozle and scams. Uncooked lobsters when the Titanic sank. Teacher, you will be grading each other's tests. Students, I serve the Soviet Union. Can you guys please recommend books that made you cry? Organic Chemistry, Structure and Function by Valhut K. Peter C. and Sean Ari 2014. 19th century, who art thou? 20th century, who are you? 21st century, who dat boy, who him is? I love how Simba acts upset when Mufasa dies, as if he didn't just do a choreographed musical number called I Just Can't Wait to Be King. The current version of Firefox is 69. Firefox. Nice, right? Me and my friends creating ranks for ourselves on our Discord. Memes after 2050 be like, if you remember these you deserve a veteran's discount. Sasalele. Sale. Me. Mom, I need a $3,000 computer. Mom, why? Me. 2 years ago, I swear there's gonna be a stupid trend called Enter Area 51 Challenge. The internet 2 years later. This could be us but you playing. Sorry, wrong person. Wait, let's talk. Hurricane got M. Girls with Photoshop. I can't wait to make myself look prettier. Boys with Photoshop. When your teacher kicks you, your homie and a random innocent dude out of the class. Me. Why do I have a fever? Immune system. Immune system. I increased the temperature of your body because the infections can't survive at 40 degrees Celsius long enough. Me. But I can't survive at 40 degrees Celsius long enough either. Immune system. Even more DLC fighters will join the battle. So you're telling me there's a chance? US government. No one will raid Area 51. It'll kill them. Suicidal kids. Man arrested for going back in and saving his dog from their burning home. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Your dog plays with a random dog. You and the other dog's owner. My bio teacher is giving bribes for parent-teacher open house. Tell parents you are a pleasure to have in class $1. Tell parents I wish all my students were like you $3. Tell parents I hope my kids grow up to be like you $10. Australian drug addict dresses up as cop and raids another drug user's home. Oh, you're a villain, alright, just not a super one. Girls on Photoshop, why can't I make myself pretty? Boys on Photoshop. My colleague complaining why I changed her desktop background. Me. When you're playing Truth or Dare and your friend dares your crush to sit on your lap. Achievement getting wood. Iron Man statue titled Man of Steel in Italy pays tribute to his death in Endgame. I'm ahead to Italy. When you're completely done with everybody's girls with Photoshop, I can't wait to make myself look pretty. Boys with Photoshop. Everyone's mum's waiting outside Area 51 after we see the aliens. What genre of music is most suicidal? Although musical genres such as heavy metal and rap can have lyrics relating to suicide, murder and other acts of violence, a recent poll has concluded country music is most likely to cause suicide. You have your lead, your last whore. My dad explaining the math problem for the 7,658,856th time. Me trying to see the paper through a blur of tears. When a customer buys condoms and you wish them a nice evening. Nothing is written in stone. Girls with Photoshop, I'm going to make myself so curvy. Boys with Photoshop.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good, no, perfect words that make your writing sharp, or explicit, or excellent, or distinctive. As a
Area 51 guard sees you wearing the "You Shoot Me You Gay" shirt. He pulls out a lightsaber. One time I asked a rival dad, who I knew didn't own a torque wrench, if I could borrow his torque wrench in front of a group of people. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask her out. Yes, finally, OMG. Tell me what she says. Okay. Of course, dude. Yeah, she said no. This one is incredibly painful. Me is a quiet kid without girlfriend. My family, I don't know, seems kinda gay to me. Obamacare. There are 1,294 people in the US named Obamacare. This is Requiem. When you think you've defeated the final boss, but then the music gets more intense. Me having a guaranteed win game. My internet. I tie my head out. Me having a breakdown in the shower. My cat waiting for me to get out and feed him. When you blow on your spoonful of ice cream cause it's too cold. Professional idiot. Me taps pen on desk. The kid that knows Morse code wondering why I plan to resurrect Hitler and Stalin and force them into a having a house of diamond blocks. Ignoring the iron in a cave. Mom, honey, are you close to finishing that Lego set? 11-year-old me. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Buy any two tacos. There's no deal. Just buy two tacos please. 2,000 people plan BBQ at house of vegan who sued neighbors for cooking meat. Counter-Strike. When you see one of your classmates in the store. Me. The bathroom stall door. The guy who forgot to lock it. Me running away from Area 51 with toilet paper that gets everything on the first wipe. Holy sh, everyone get out of Florida. Get out. Are you saying that because of the hurricane or just like, in general, there's a hurricane? When you're a goose but also an 18th century judge. My brain finally decides to sleep at 4 AM. Neighbor at 4 AM. When you slap her and it jiggles more than once. Happiness noise. When you think your friend is just kidding about going to the Area 51 raid, but on September 21st you notice his family crying and arranging a funeral. You did it. You crazy son of a bee, you did it. I wish for 1,000 more wishes. When your sibling who never gets in trouble finally gets in trouble. Genie, you have 2.81 wishes. Me, I thought it was 3. Genie, taxes.
If you write anything on your computer, you need
When you're on the phone with your friend and they hang up just as their mom starts yelling, I think he might be dead. His arrival was foretold in the ancient murals. When you think of a comeback 2 days after you were roasted. Girls with Photoshop, cool, I can make myself thinner. Boys with Photoshop. Me running away from Area 51 with all my lost Nerf darts. Holy F, the moon is huge tonight. Never is that a tortilla. When you use your fake ID for the first time. Me is the only person to actually show up to the Area 51 raid but decides to Naruto run in anyway. The guards. Then you will die braver than most. When your friend starts driving at 150 miles per hour and tells you how his life is. My apartment's pest control guy always refers to Richie, my cat, as a fellow industry professional. Man covers ATM with cardboard box, wheels it out of Oregon hospital. Florida man, Oregon man. Who's the most oppressed minority group in America? Women 3%, people of color 7%, LGBT community 6%, gamers 84%. I love democracy. Subscribe and watch previous episodes of Dank Doodle memes. Thanks. Like the video and subscribe right now, and Dr. Doggo will bless you with good health. Fat people when their local McDonald's stop offering Diet Coke. Me, close his notebook or book a little too hard. The paper's on my desk. People seriously raiding Area 51. The rest of us. Me, wow, this group chat is dead. The group chat after I go to sleep. The 7 best hangover cures backed by science. 1. Limit your alcohol intake. My goodness, what an idea. Why didn't I think of that? Girls with Photoshop. I can't wait to make myself look prettier. Boys with Photoshop. Girls who use about 20 different colors to make a mind map. I think of myself as above the average person. Friend, name one thing more valuable than diamond. Me, an intellectual. When you've been home for 3 hours watching YouTube and then you notice the 4G symbol in the corner. Student, talks in class. Teacher, I'm sorry, do you want to teach the class? Student, sure. Teacher, you weren't supposed to do that. What would happen if I put a sleeping pill in my coffee? It will go bloop. Teacher, copy these notes carefully, they will be on the test. Literally 2 seconds later. I'm late for the first day of school. Wait, I already graduated. I'm a teacher. Me running away from Area 51 with a toothbrush that 10 out of 10 dentists will recommend. The history teacher. The kid who can quote all Minecraft update logs. OMG. Just came home to a dead chicken. Cook it. Mean. It's chicken. If we weren't meant to eat them, God wouldn't have provided so many different recipes that make them so tasty. It was my pet, you jerk. My dad bought me those chickens. Lol, so mean. You could have at least pretended to care. Okay, I'm sorry. If I were there, we would give it proper funeral services. Perhaps something similar to a cremation. At about 375 degrees while wrapped in a soothing blanket of Cajun seasoning and lemon juice. Woman who marries herself then cheats on herself and blames it on men. It's funny how dumb you are. When class time is over but the teacher keeps on teaching. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Granny, girls must be all over you. Me, actually not. Granny, impossible. Area 51 raid won't happen, says US Senator. They have so much to live for. Millennials. Are you challenging me? Education system. Will to live. Augustus Gloop is freaking drowning in a chocolate river. Willy Wonka. Visible frustration. The Oompa Loompas. The other golden ticket winners. Interesting. His mom. Smoking is good for environment because it kills humans. Naked pensioner caught having sex with cow is fined just £8. Beef burgers with a touch of human mayonnaise. My mother going to enroll me in school. I have a talking donkey. Sorry ladies, but the limited edition Darth Vader Lego watch stays on during sick. This guy got on the bus and just stared at me and Lulabelle on my lap for a solid 30 seconds then goes, "Are you allowed to have dogs on the bus?" And I just shrugged. Then he pulls out a chihuahua out of nowhere. They had us in the first half, I'm not gonna lie. Nigerian scammer sells fake airport to international bank for £242 million. The trickster. When you run into another kid whose grandfather never gave his nose back either. Are you a bullet? Because I can't get you out of my head. The bees are freaking dying. The media. When your sibling is getting yelled at, so you start doing the right things to avoid getting in trouble. Poor people. Rich people. People who are brave enough to crap in the school toilet. When you don't remember the opposite of a word. 5-year-old me. I just ate the cotton candy from the attic. My dad. You what? When two of my different social groups get together, so I don't know which persona to assume. The continents can be rearranged to form the shape of a chicken. When you're alone in an elevator. 2 seconds later when someone enters and you trying to act normal. If shag means sex, that means Shaggy's real name is sexy. Me when I'm searching for painless suicide methods, but Google keeps telling me to call a suicide hotline. I don't need help, I need answers. Must read. This woman got stuck in her bathtub for 30 minutes after bathing in coconut oil. There is no traction, no grip, just me and my fat body slipping around covered in oil. Me running away from Area 51 with a soap that kills 100% of the bacteria. Teacher, whoever talks next is gonna get detention. Girls, high-pitched demonic screeching. Boys, hey Mike, can I bot? Teacher, alright, you're getting detention since you don't want to pay attention. Every boy in class. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Minecrafters when they see something vaguely blue at the bottom of a ravine. Who else is ready for fall when these pests go back to hell where they belong? How do blind people know when they can stop wiping their butt? When the guide dog stops licking. Sees the same meal for the 1376th time. My 2 dogs. Me. I'm right. Mom and I gave birth to you. Him, I'm not that rich. Also him. Grandparents to their grandkids. Oh dear, gorgeous. Grandparents to their kids. You freaking donkey. When you stand up and that low blood pressure kick in. Help, I accidentally restarted the USSR. Built a shelf. Joined a Mexican gang. So, what's your zodiac sign? Dinosaur. But that one doesn't even exist. None of them exist. This tree is completely hollow but very much alive. Wow. Me too, but you ain't special. Your sibling just became a supervillain, and you the superhero has to stop him or her. How do you do it? By telling mom. Tap E to use your intelligence. Last day of middle school. First day of high school. Me running from Area 51 with Red Bull that actually gives you wings. Me, it's clear on a calculator. My brain. Do it again. She claims they deliberately waft their barbecue meat smells into her yard. Vegan takes her neighbors to court to stop them from cooking meat. Person, I really like you. One half of me, why? The other half, of course you do, be I'm amazing. When you win in Kahoot, but the teacher said that was just a practice round. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. This format could be really good but nobody uses it. When you land one block next to the water. Teacher, why are you laughing? Me, nothing. Also me, Kirby. American government. Whoa, I thought you were dead. Area 51 memes. My death was extremely exaggerated. Her before 6. Be gentle. Her 10 minutes into 6. Hit me with a brick while calling me your sister's name. Wait, that's illegal. Imagine kissing a dentist and their little devil tongue flicking around your mouth searching for cavities. A profession of psychopaths. Teacher, please rate each other's work yourself. Me and the boys. 350-pound alligator had to be put down this week in August after police were getting calls about an alligator chasing kayakers. How they gonna kill an alligator for alligating? When the class clown makes an absolute stupid normie joke but all of your classmates laugh their asses off. Can't stand those dumb teenagers who insist on using da instead of the because they think it's cool. Leonardo da Vinci. Seriously, it's obviously Leonardo da Vinci, you uncultured swine. I can't believe you would insult Leonardo da Vinci this way. Which American president was least guilty? Lincoln. He was innocent. I told this joke at Mount Rushmore and the park ranger hit me. Scientists, stress can be transformed into electricity. Me when I touch my pocket and didn't feel the phone. Me leaving Area 51 with a shopping trolley that has 4 working wheels. Subscribe and watch previous episodes of Dank Doodle memes. Thanks. Like the video and subscribe right now, and Spider Doggo will protect your room tonight. 7-year-old me in a corner of the pool. Makes 0.5 second eye contact with random hot stranger. My brain. If there's no room for mistakes, then why do I live in a house? Nobody. Kyle, I just miss her so much, bro. When you send a girl memes but she only sends back nudes. That is not the law of equivalent exchange. My mom sleeping at 3 AM. Me about to tell her I threw up. When you get just the right piece in Tetris. Hong Kong. Give me liberty or give me death. The Chinese government. So you have chosen death. The population of Scotland is around 5.25 million and there are 600 million cats in the world. So if every cat decided to invade Scotland, each Scot would have to fight off around 114 cats each, and I really don't think they could pull it off. The revolution has begun. Teacher, you can't breathe underwater. Me. When I see a chameleon in a pet shop, change your skin color. The greatest crossover in history. Russia in Russian history books. Russia in every other history book. When you know the answer to a game show question before the people in the game show do. In high school I was dared to play gay chicken, which is where two straight guys pretend to be gay, and the first one to chicken out loses. The other guy and I are both really stubborn, and neither one of us wanted to lose. We've been married 14 years and we run a bed and breakfast in Vermont with our adopted daughter. If that dude doesn't chicken out soon, I'm going to start to suspect that he's actually gay. Me, touch his brother with a small amount of force in front of mom. My brother. Does anyone have tips for FIFA 18? Yeah, sell it, get money, buy a better game. When you're the first letter of the alphabet, I'm A. I'm 18 and just bought my first home after years of working hard. You can do it too. Boy, if you don't get your act out at Home Depot. High school girls when they see a remotely good looking girl. Gay +1. First day at my job, wish me luck. Girls are hot. Guys are hot. Why is everyone so hot? Global warming. The Titanic is being eaten by bacteria. This is some serious gourmet Me, tries to sleep. Every mosquito in a 50-mile radius. Z time. When you figure out time travel and get yourself killed to save Spider-Man. But then he just disappears from the universe. 14-year-old me making a Minecraft piston door. Mechanical engineers. Girls in class when the power goes out for 0.0023 seconds. I remember about a decade ago I accidentally farted in my front room on the sofa. My sister went, "Did you just fart?" And I went, "No, it was just the sound of my foot rubbing against the sofa. Listen." Then I just farted again, and she was convinced. Nailed it. When your meme is dead but you still made history. Teacher, today we'll be visiting an old folks home. Girls, I can't wait to hear all the great stories these people have. Boys, the dude standing across from you when you snap a kid's neck to save ammo during paintball. Guy with no F's left, lights cigarettes during armed robbery. Experience tranquility. This picture is telling me that Squidward f***ed a burger. When you invite your girlfriend over to smash and she pulls out the switch. Thomas had never felt such pride before. FDA's warning about black licorice for Halloween. It tastes like FDA. When you are playing dodgeball and you get hit. Time out. We don't call 911. Yeah, when my mom fell down the stairs and broke her hip, we just shot her. This is like the point the FBI gets involved. Glasses make you look smarter, but you have to fail a test to get them. When it's finally September but the Area 51 meme hype is dead. B. How dare you die? What if we used 100% of the brain? Gabe Orser. There is one person in the US named Gabe Orser, the legendary Born. Now this is an Avengers level threat. A friend sent me a picture of this moth and it reminded me a lot of Bongo Cat, so Bongo Moth. Falling off a roof as a kid. Sleeping weird in your 30s. When the raid is in 18 days but you don't see any memes about it. Don't let the flame die out. Me checking my voice recording. My voice. Me. Yes, I'm gay. Yes, I live in Iran. We exist. Iranian government. Not for long. Kids who play Rainbow Six Siege. Navy SEALs. Girls, oh my god, she's wearing the same outfit as me. Me and the boys. Keanu Reeves. There is 2 people in the US named Keanu Reeves. This is getting out hand. Now there are 2 of them. Minecraft players. A single block of water at the bottom of a ravine. Me every time 16-year-olds make a new word like yeet, and I have to look on Urban Dictionary. Me moves car a tiny bit without seatbelt on. My car. I speak 4 languages: English, profanity, sarcasm, and real sh. When you eat like sh but you're somehow still super skinny. The fastest metabolism in the West. Is 2 guys cuddling gay? Yes, 68%. Is 2 girls cuddling gay? No, 72%. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Facial recognition program mistakes 26 California lawmakers for criminals. There are no accidents. Master Uruguay. Everyone in the Avengers movies trying to make Hulk fight for them. Change your skin color. 666 closed ahead. Take 420 left to Nice Road. Speed limit 69. Kim is spelled with 3 letters. God is spelled with 3 letters. Kim is God. The more you know. So is fag. Rob is spelled with 3 letters. Fag is spelled with 3 letters. Rob is fag. The more you know. But Rob is short for Robert. And fag is short for faggot. Unable to recover. Retired. Barry Benson. There are 69 people in the US named Barry Benson. When you can't afford something so you put it back. At least Chancellor Palpatine was democratically elected. I love democracy. Moms when they see each other in public. Teens when they see each other in public. A group of girls said a male classmate sexually assaulted them. He was escorted from school in shackles, charged with crimes, spent an entire summer indoors with an ankle monitor. Finally the girls admitted they made it up because they didn't like him. What's wrong with people? Anxiety, love, depression, contempt, pride, shame, envy. Me and the boys. Hello. Hello 2, The Return. Hello 3, The Rise of Hello. Hello 4, A New Hope. Hello 5, Hello Strikes Back. Hello 6, Hello Awakens. Hello 7, The Last Hello. Recycling is a liberal media myth. Just put everything in the trash, trust me. Guy claims cereal with water is better. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Boys talking about girls. Boys talking to girls. What the professor covered. What's on the exam. What you remember. Someone who doesn't watch baseball, please explain this picture. Simple, it's snap time. The actual answer is just as funny. Bees. PC gets 4K. Console gets 4K. Mobile able to hit 1 TB. Security cameras. When your dog sees you eating meat. Sweet doggy with cute smile. 5 seconds later not so cute anymore. Subscribe and watch previous episodes of Dank Doodle memes. Thanks. Like the video and subscribe right now, and Duck Doggo will protect your room tonight. If you ever feel worthless, just remember at least you aren't a. Me becomes rich. My dad coming back from the store after 12 years. Admit it, you missed me. You joined the public group vegans. You have been removed from the group. 95-year-old on the internet whose family was killed by the secret police. Some 12-year-old saying that he's a communist. First part of Felix and Marcia's wedding video. It's enough to make a grown man cry. Second part of Felix and Marcia's wedding video. When the teacher tells you to stop laughing and you and your homie look at each other like. Why are some of my keys darker than the others? Dad saves kids, then ribs from fire. He only saved the kids first cause the ribs needed more time to cook. Me enjoying my free time doing nothing. Suddenly remember some cringe-ish I did 10 years ago. Something in Chinese, I don't know what, I'm just the editor. Guess who will never throw an unsecured bottle of Parmesan cheese into the laptop bag ever again? Took mac and cheese to a different level. The first guy who ate Taco Bell must have been like. When everyone's talking about Dr. Phil's birthday but no one's talking about Keanu Reeves' birthday the day after. Sad Keanu noises. Brunswick family loses everything in a fire, except a Bible. Seems a little passive aggressive if your god allows your house to burn down, and he leaves his business card. Microsoft buys Minecraft for $2.5 billion. Minecraft only costs $23.95. Also Microsoft. Oh no, I fell for their trick. When you have anxiety and never speak, but when you do you say something stupid. Back to the shadows I go. Master Shifu. Okay, so China is at risk of being completely destroyed and this panda you chose is useless. Master Uruguay. I tie my head out. Welsh driver fined for driving with second car on roof. Florida man. Who's a man of quality. Sigh. Scott, I think you're the nicest guy I've ever dated. That's kind of sad. When your friend dates your crush so you crush his date. Get nay-nayed. How do I unlock my phone? You'll need to unlock your iPhone first. When you have so many diamonds you have to make a bigger storage system. DJ Khaled, suffering from success. In a sync battle, your Pokemon's attacks can usually either hit or miss, but I guess some attacks never miss up. I just did one of those escape rooms. Oh yeah, right. This one was called Depression, and I did not escape. I'm in an inescapable room too. It's called My Neighbor's Basement. When you finish first place but then the teacher says, you are all winners. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. My dog on the way to raid Area 51. Americans, Europeans and Australians trying to insult each other on the internet. You new here? Not exactly. I like your playlist. Me. Tumble dryers be like, kachumbum chomkum bb boom num. Me, click quit game. Game. Are you sure you want to quit? That's why I clicked. The Spy. There are one or fewer people in the US named The Spy. He could be any one of us. I don't know dude, Mount Rushmore kinda gay. 4 dudes, rock hard, not one of them said no homo. Dobby, I want to be free. Harry, well is there anything I can do to help? Dobby, I'll take your entire sock. When you and your homie accidentally touch the D in a threesome. Can we visit grandma this weekend? Of course honey. Just went from 0 to 100 real freaking quick. The air in my nose after seeing a funny meme. I tie my head out. What would you do if it stopped? I'd be freaking dead. What the hell do you expect me to do? Why are you booing me? I'm right. Our postman made friends with our dog and they say hello every day. Impossible. Mum, so what do you want to eat? 7-year-old me on my birthday. Hamburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast. The entire world. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I use the imperial measurement system. Teacher, your son has injured 22 students in 6 hours. We are a fret me. Well done son, my high score is 35. Teacher. Excuse me sir, but this seat is taken. Imagine sitting on it and the beak going up your ass. When you're at school and 3 people say hi to you on your way to class. Google, how to handle fame. Security question, what was the name of your childhood pet? Mr. Cat, I'm in. Annoying kid on airplane, me. Go and play outside. If 2 virgins have sex, they take each other's virginity, so technically they still have virginity, it's just not theirs. Mosquito bite, heat a spoon with a blowtorch and place it upon the bite. The hot spoon will stop the itch fast. Tune in next week for how to treat a burn. Lettuce is not a vegetable, it's just crunchy water. Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave? With this device I can now read the mind of my crush. Food is just enslaved protein. Ah, yes. Who ya gonna call? No one, you're driving. When you are trying to relax on a pool raft and the 7-year-old kid keeps screaming he can't swim and finally stays underwater and shuts up. Finally, in a piece. My lasagna after warming it up in a microwave. Little brother says the N-word. My mom, my dad, my sister, my grandpa. But when the world needed him most. Huygens, light is a wave. And star, light is a particle. Me, light is light. Watching a movie. Picking which movie to watch. Calculators need a show the work option. Thanos after killing half of all life. I tie my head out. My mom, you sure you don't have to use the bathroom? It's a 3-hour drive. Me, yeah I'm sure. Me after 10 minutes on the highway. Pee time. When the teacher won't round my 58 to a 94. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Me before entering my parents' room. My mom entering my room. That one raindrop that hits you in the eye even when you have glasses on. The sniper. Me crying. My mom hitting me. My mom hitting me again because I'm crying. This is the National Weather Service. We are currently in a severe hurricane warning. Please evacuate the area. Floridians. Me revving up my 3 remaining brain cells for the start of school. Gentlemen, the time has come. Kid drowns in freaking chocolate. Oompa Loompas. Sat down to enjoy a nice Saturday morning cup of coffee. What if we used 100% of the brain? What if you could just record silence and then play it on loudspeakers on full blast to make the whole room quiet? Only 2000 kids can relate. Satan, please can I make one thing? Got, okay fine. Satan. PE teacher. Janitor. Roses are red, what did it cost? Woman missing since she got lost. Chef, I sliced the potatoes thinner for you this time. The absolute mad lad that's about to invent potato chips. Do it again. My friend said his girlfriend likes to pretend she is 13 when they are in bed together. Nah, F this. It's weird, because she is turning 13 next year. Subscribe and watch previous episodes of Dank Doodle memes. Thanks. Like the video and subscribe right now, and this doggo will protect your room tonight. When you find a great song on YouTube but it isn't on Spotify, impossible, perhaps the archives are incomplete. Breaking news. Bacteria evolved. Now you have only 4 seconds instead of 5 seconds to pick up food. Football player on TV makes minor mistake. My dad. That feeling when waking up next to him and hear his voice. Hey you finally awake. Dude's been waiting for his McFlurry since 1786. The first guy to ever eat donuts must have been like. You look like Mark Zuckerberg. There are no coincidences. No one. Shopping cart wheels. Me buying a full price game on my PS4 or Switch. Spending $20 on clothes. Who are you, and how did you get in here? I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith. What if we use 100% of our brain? Pakistani politician tags game and tweet instead of United Nations. When the guy you hate the most makes an actual funny joke, laughs. The government doesn't want you to know this, but the ducks in the park are free. You can take them home. I now have 237 ducks. New skeleton found in Pompeii. This guy was running from the eruption when a 300 kilograms boulder hit him right in the face. Was he okay? Labor Day in 49 US states. Labor Day in Florida. Oh, you love your mom. Name 3 of her albums. There's Food at Home. I'll give you something to cry about. I brought you in this world, I can take you out. Went platinum, no features. Please stop. I will not. I said please. You are my prey. Size. Bill Gates wrote a class scheduling program for his school. He tweaked the program's code so that he was placed in classes with mostly female students. Bill Gates. My goals are beyond your understanding. For fighters, bring out Rick Astley and Rick roll 60,000 people at Reading Festival. See, I pulled a sneaky on ya. Janitor, this wet floor sign should keep people from slipping. Blind people. How can I get the soul stone? In order to take the stone, you must lose that which you love. A soul for a soul. It's not ripe yet. Florida student hacks into school, announces mandatory penis inspection. Florida man. Alright kid, you're an Avenger now. What if you could just record silence and then play it on loudspeakers on full blast to make the whole room quiet? To use your intelligence. Hey, you going to sleep? Yes, now shut up. Isn't it funny how we can talk to the brain when we are the brain? When public toilet door doesn't lock. I wonder what's going to happen. What are you waiting for? I don't know. September 20th, I guess. Me too, kid. Your ancestors who were married and had 3 kids by the time they were 20, watching you struggling to walk past a girl. Meanwhile in Florida, we are open until letters fly off this sign. When your mom makes a stop at the mall to look at purses, 1 hour here is 7 years on earth. Lungs, breathes in oxygen. Carbon dioxide. I tie my head out. Alcohol is gay because when you're drunk, you can't think straight. Kids in 2019, when I grow up, I'm going to global warming. When you're a sperm cell and realize you're in a butt, we remote, you shouldn't be here. Sperm cell, neither should you. Lord Farquaad. Blood type, red. Yes, the floor here is made out of floor. In March 2017, a home was spared from a deadly wildfire in southwest Kansas because the homeowner turned his water sprinklers on before leaving to escape the wildfire. He came home to this. Tappy to use your intelligence. Me has tons of favorite songs. Person, what's your favorite song? Me forgets every song I have ever heard. Just overheard a guy call his wife at Wawa and ask, do you want your iced coffee or are you still being a bee? And who says romance is dead? Today we are going to learn about World War II, boys. High school teachers versus college professors. The bell does not dismiss you. I do. I time my head out. Wi-Fi. Yell never for the password. A small price to pay for Wi-Fi. Roses are red. I hate bread. Breaking news. 2 dead found dead. Mum, there's a monster under my bed. It's the most hideous thing I've ever seen. Why do you hate me, Minecraft? Mom. What does mood AF mean? Mood as F. Like my current mood or whatever. Why did you comment that under a video of a gorilla throwing his own The kid whose parents wouldn't let them watch SpongeBob. Everyone else. The information I tell random strangers online. The information I tell people I know and trust. When you get the boss down to 16 health and you die. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Arguing abortion laws with theology teacher. Theology teacher, I have never met a human being who wishes they were not born. Entire class bursts out in laughter. Fortnite good. There is one person in the US named Fortnite good. He's too dangerous to be kept alive. I will enjoy my summer to the fullest. July. August. What a good summer. You can revive a meme by changing the format slightly. Change my mind. I met my Minecraft girlfriend, and she wasn't a man. Actually, quantum mechanics forbids this. You know the hurricane serious when SpongeBob is evacuating. Keanu Reeves thankful for internet's obsession with him in 2019. Wholesome 100. Hey handsome, are you coming school tomorrow? The correct spelling is school, not school. Most people put the second O before the first O, which is absolutely wrong. Welcome to rejection. Stay strong. Girlfriend, I didn't have my period this month. Me. I tie my head out. Roses are red. I broke my heel. Handsome Squidward but Asian and real. My unfinished summer homework. Me making memes about it instead of doing it. Easiest way to get your girl's ring size without giving up your intentions. Suck her finger and keep your mouth like that, then walk to the store. Soccer player accidentally bumps into someone. The other player. $100. $99.99. Vegan dies from heart attack. Her dogs. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Could autumn leaves be soon worth more than gold? Famous economist says. What the F? No, why would they be? Your Tupperware for the rest of its lifetime after you filled it with tomato sauce. It's amazing to think what great and exciting things people will be doing with PCs in 30 years. 2019. Bread Sheeran. Boys, a compliment. Today I learned squirrels' brains grow in size during the fall to help them remember where they bury their nuts. Their brains are smaller the rest of the year. Squirrels in winter. Yeah, this is big brain time. 9-year-old me when I found out some boys like boys and some girls like girls. Not scientifically possible. Please note, the post-apocalyptical fiction section has been moved to current affairs. Hitler in his bunker after he realizes he's losing the war. I tie my head out. After his crimes were discovered, the serial killer Marcel Pichot grew a beard and joined the police using the alias Captain Valerie. Valerie was assigned to find Marcel Pichot until someone recognized him months later. Here's a little lesson in trickery. My girlfriend dumped me, so I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back? Dog gets horny once. Humans. Chop chop chop. Telling you that you're not old enough. Telling you to act your age. Teachers. Random person. How you guys make the perfect couple. Crush. Uno. Me. Ha ha ha. Cries. When you're on a flight and your phone connects to Empire State Building free Wi-Fi. No one. 6-year-old me with a wine glass filled with grape juice. Your alarm is set for 2 hours and 17 minutes from now. Me accidentally picking one of the rude dialogue options. The other character. Bonus plus 10. Describe a good strategy for getting fake internet points. Make a fake test question and write a good answer with your left hand, then correct it right-handed in red pen. That's dumb. Nobody will believe that is real. Teacher, we are going on a trip to France. Girls, I can't wait to see the Eiffel Tower. Paris is so beautiful. Boys. Anne was too high to help her sister. He a little confused, but he got the spirit. Empty minds make the most noise. Anti kids when they sneeze and here bless you. Too late, my time has come. Random woman with the same hair as my mom at the store. 8-year-old me. I want a horror story where the victim is a depressed millennial with a nihilist sense of humor, and the killer is just really confused and uncomfortable by it. Victim, you're here to kill me. Oh thank God, I made a Spotify playlist for this. The Smiths begin to play. Killer. When you're waiting on your girl to get ready and you hear her dad yelling wondering why there's a colored boy in his living room. I tie my head out. Why doesn't he notice my signals? Her signals. Not eating because of nausea. Nausea because of not eating. Me, goes on date with girl. Girl next day, comes out as lesbian. Me, I'm aware of the effect I have on women. Memes when a good movie comes out. Memes when a bad movie comes out. 1 kilogram of steel. 1 kilogram of feathers. Elon Musk after reaching Mars and realizing there's no one there. Pregnant woman in movies casually gets herself into a bizarre situation far away from the hospital. Fetus. I tie my head out. Saw this in my dad's phone gallery. I'm scared now. How to cut expenses on the family budget. When I grow up I want at least a dozen Roombas buzzing around my apartment 24 hours a day. Just a symphony of robotic chaos and cleanliness. They'd each have a name and I'd dump a box of Cheerios on the floor for them twice a day for breakfast and dinner. Antidepressants. Side effects may include suicidal thoughts. Zoo's visitor sees monkey sharpening a rock. Later it uses it to shatter its glass enclosure. Outstanding move. Cute girl likes my meme. My brain. Buddhists after they die. You can now play as Luigi. Girl tries to pour acid on ex's face. Wind blows it onto hers instead. God is very quick these days. When your little bro is arguing with mom and calls her a bee. I could calculate your chance of survival but you won't like it. Use overtime for hentai. Does anyone else wanna clap some anime cheeks? Hell yeah. Jesus gets crucified and buried in a tomb. Jesus 3 days later. I tie my head out. What girls watch at 3 AM? How to pet a cat. What guys watch at 3 AM? Turn your dead cat in a perfect drone with $30. Billie Eilish coughs in mic. 14-year-old girls. All I have are negative thoughts. When you're talking online and they hit you with a "Sorry I don't speak Minecraft" enchanting table. Japanese pilot. The war will be over soon. His family celebrates. Japanese pilot. Well, I'm glad you kids are excited because I'm going to kill myself. Trying to sleep is hard. My arms, my legs, my eyes, my back, my brain. The Japanese guy who can't get 100 out of 100 score. His dad. Phone scammer. Just tell me your credit card details and you'll be rich. 9-year-old me. Mom. Holy F. Yesterday I finally achieved what every single college student in America has dreamed of, yet can only hope will happen to them. That's right. I got run over by a bus on campus. B. How dare you still live? What's wrong with homosexuality? It's gay. The first person to major in art must have been like. Unscramble the sight words. We have. He a little confused, but he got the spirit. Instant regret. Man gets a tattoo he found on his pup, not knowing it means he's neutered. The teacher's bad mood. The class clown. Girls, I can't wait to go to Florida and see the Everglades. Boys, when you get the two smartest kids in class to do a project with, and they send you on snack duty. It's all coming together. New skeleton found in Pompeii. This guy was running from the eruption when a 300 kilograms boulder hit him right in the face. The sniper. If my girlfriend ever has a gay best friend, that never better suck my D to prove it. Outstanding move. When you type big brain time instead of big brain time. Oh yeah. If she got a dog like this. She a hoe. My grandma has a dog like this. Yeah, grandma a hoe. When you pull down your pants and she starts pointing and laughing. What's so funny about biggest dickus? Getting a B in elementary school. Getting a C in high school. Getting that D in prison. Teacher, today we will be learning to use Photoshop. Girls, oh my god, I'm gonna make myself look prettier. Boys. Young man fakes his own kidnapping to get naked photos from his crush. I am going to allow that. Minecraft redstone engineers. NASA engineers. I'm a frog. Interested in eat bug. When you finally find that app that's draining your battery on the background. Well, if it ain't the invisible cunt. Switzerland in every world war. Dog fakes broken leg to get pets and treats from tourists. We've been tricked, we've been backstabbed, and we've been quite possibly bamboozled. When the girl you like asks you out and then changes her mind. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Peter Parker. There are 758 people in the US named Peter Parker. Are you British? Me. Pardon the F. There's always a bigger fish. Woman saved from rapist by gay rapist, who raped the rapist. First of all, that's horrible. Before. After. In only 2 weeks, Robert lost 2 weeks. Incorrect password. Try again. Incorrect password. Reset password. New password can't be same as old. My friend, the sequel was better. Me talking about World War I. When you don't wanna get up and pee cause you're comfy, but you can't sleep because you gotta pee. Me makes a small mistake while heating up a frozen pizza. My dad. Do I need to revive Hitler to teach you how to use a freaking oven? Me quietly. I'm afraid of SpongeBob. Therapist. I can't hear you. Cicada keeping me awake at night. Well, guess what, mother trucker? It's Baby Shark on 12-hour loop. The first cell that underwent mitosis must have been like Karen. There are 1,100,697 people in the US with the first name Karen. Statistically the 36th most popular first name. When you wake up and realize you've drooled all over the pillow. Subscribe and watch previous episodes of Dank Doodle memes. Thanks. Throwback to last year when I made a snowman and it started to melt but refroze overnight. In 1993 Tupac received a letter from the parents of a dying boy named Joshua. They said it was Joshua's last wish to meet Tupac. Tupac flew to Maryland to meet Joshua and took him to a basketball game. Soon after Joshua's death, Tupac renamed his publishing company from Ghetto Gospel Music to Joshua's Dream. When you open the spaghetti sauce jar on the first try. So when I was a kid I had a Raggedy Ann doll given to me by my grandmother. It had my birth name embroidered into a heart on its chest. This Christmas my grandmother borrowed it and gave it back now with pants, shorter hair and my new name sewn in place. He's trans like me. Me, you call yourself a friend, but where were you when my selfie had only 4 likes? Him, creating 4 accounts. Me, bro. Him, bro. When your best friend's parents say you're not a guest anymore, your family. I would never vaccinate my kids. That is unnatural, dangerous, pointless, expensive, reckless and harmful. I take my kids to the doctor so they can vaccinate them instead. In heaven there's a black and white dog taking care of 7 golden lab puppies. Daisy the dog lost all 7 of her puppies in a barn fire at the end of February and wasn't the same afterwards, spending most of her days going to the remains of the barn to look for them. Her owner posted a desperate appeal on Facebook asking if anyone had puppies she could foster. The next day an owner of 8 orphaned puppies contacted her and Daisy took to caring for them straight away. I work from home and my golden comes in my office every day around noon to remind me that it's time for a lunch break. I got a random FaceTime call just now. Answered. It was a baby. He was playing on his mom's phone and was typing numbers and called me. Made my night, honestly. Dude from Comcast fell asleep during my install and I deadass let him sleep because bro needed it. That feel when someone calls you their friend for the first time. Me, I have a lot of mental illnesses. Dating me might get difficult. Partner, it's okay, I love you just how you are. Me, shows symptoms. Partner, still loves me. Me. I got catcalled today. So I get home right. My phone goes off and the caller ID shows it's my manager. I'm not entirely happy about this. See, I literally just got home. I answer anyway and there's some weird static. I can't get my manager to answer me and I start to worry. I text her instead. Her cat was fucking sitting on her phone and butt dialed me. The static I hear was impairing. The only kind of cat calling that's acceptable, quite frankly. Me, hey, monster under bed. Me, there's room up here for both of us. Monster. Me, you can be Big Spoon. Monster. Okay. I'm marrying the boy from my 9th grade PE class in 6 weeks. I fell in love with his smile. Still in love with it 8 years later. My 79-year-old grandma has a meme framed. C, C+, 2B-. You really did it, son. You set realistic goals and you reached them. Way to go. What's wrong? I'm depressed. Thanks. Look, I'm your present. And my future. Me, ha ha ha, I must be annoying you so much right now. Actually no, I enjoy your company and appreciate you as a friend. Me. I miss the internet. Thank you. Tonight my abuelita whispered, I want to show you the most beautiful girl in the world, solemnly leading me to a table packed with old family photos. With one shaky finger she pointed slowly to a photo of herself. This is the energy I'm carrying with me into the new year. My marriage has turned into a nightly routine of my wife and I running down the list of reasons we should go to bed early so we can wake up and get shit done the next day. Then by the 675th cat gif on Reddit we both yell, how the fuck is it 3 AM? Worth it. I love her. Put all the cuddles in the fucking bag. The father, Mr. Rogers, be kind to others. The son, Steve Iwin, be kind to animals. He, Holy Spirit, Bob Ross, the kind to yourself. 10-year-old me playing with Legos. My dad. Two all-knowing beings could never have a meaningful conversation. Being one knows how much being two loves conversations and so decided to pretend to not know everything to make being two happy. Of course being two knows being one is faking but is happy because he knows that being one is such a bro. After 9/11 the Maasai people in a Kenyan village gave 14 cows to help and support the United States. Guys with feet like this have 125% chance of stealing your girl. Welcome to heaven, let me just raise your collar a bit. Their process is easy with dogs. I mean, you are practically angels to begin with. While sailing in the Mediterranean Sea in 1962, the American aircraft carrier USS Independence CV-62 flashed the Italian Amerigo Vespucci with light signal asking, "Who are you?" The full-rigged ship answered, "Training ship Amerigo Vespucci, Italian Navy." The US ship replied, "You are the most beautiful ship in the world." My dad noticed I was stressed, so he 3D printed me a little wooden elephant. This is good. We got worried when you stopped coming to the park. Moral: whomever you're important to will look for you. Good night, doggo. Most days I wanna kill myself, but then I realize I'll let down my one follower who is Verizon support. Always here for ya, bud. Wraps dog's gifts in front of her. My dog on Christmas. When I was at the lake, there was a group of college guys jumping off a cliff, and they were all giving this one dude in their group crap for wearing a life jacket when no one else had one on, and he goes, "Quit it, I pinky promised my girl I would wear it," and I think about that a lot. One awesome thing about Eeyore is that even though he is basically clinically depressed, he still gets invited to participate in adventures and shenanigans with all of his friends, and they never expect him to pretend to feel happy. They just love him anyway, and they never leave him behind or ask him to change. Somebody asked their grandma to pose for this meme, and she did a great job. It fell a long time ago, but it never gave up. Bertie the Pomeranian on Instagram has a Paddington Bear costume, and everyone needs to experience the pure joy I felt when I saw the picture. Soundproof walls. I can yell anything I want, no one can hear me. Gene muffled. I love my family. Gene being wholesome. Look, mom. Both hands. Jeremy. That was dope. Feel free to talk to me and my son whenever you'd like. Friend, can you come over? Me, I'm a bit busy. Friend, I'm feeling really down and lonely right now and could use a friend. Me, shit, grow, that's all you had to say. She wants me to take a picture of her, so I grabbed my camera and instead of saying 1 2 3 smile, I told her I love you, and her smile is prettier compared to her other smile. Burglar, where do you keep your valuables? Me, in my closet. Burglar opens closet. It's just a picture of me. Me, your valuable bro. Burglar tearing up, bro. Making a meme that helps even one person feel good about themselves because someone's meme made me feel good about myself. Things you don't need to apologize for. Taking care of yourself. Cutting off toxic relationships. Saying no. The way you look. Feeling your feelings. Giving him a positive role model. What will the new year bring us? 365 opportunities. Santa didn't forget your gift, did he? Every year I ask for the same gift and every year I get it. What's that? Your happiness. What's the nicest thing someone has ever done for you? Quit their job so they could raise me. Thanks mom, you didn't have to. Dog escapes home, walks 20 blocks to hospital to find donor recovering from cancer surgery. What did humans do to deserve dogs? I was gonna say some dumbass shit, but then Google hit me with the feels. Feels Skidman. Knock knock. Who's there? I hope it's you, because you're the best. Who needs a picture of my cat napping with a sweet potato in a salad bowl this morning? Customer with a full shopping cart in front of me. You go first. Me with only 2 items. This photo reminds me of a story about my great aunt. A guy came into her house when she was there and she saw him, and instead of being scared or whatever, she invited him to sit down for a cup of tea and he said yes. And she told him that he shouldn't be breaking into people's homes and stealing things and he should be ashamed. And he cried and she comforted him. And then he left, and the next day the guy's mother rang her and thanked her because what she said actually helped him to see how bad of a person he was becoming. A real life female IRO. I respect you. Boss. Me. Everything okay sir, may I help you? Awesome old man. I'm fine, just waiting for my wife to come out so I can spook her. I'm just trying to make it a little easier for her to breathe. Who? Martin Luther King Jr. was on June 18, 1964 placed in a police car in St. Augustine, Florida. A German Shepherd police dog was then put into the car with him in an apparent attempt to intimidate. Instead, King and the dog promptly became friends. My parents denied me vaccinations as a child. Today I was finally able to take my health into my own hands. Restoration 100. Hero bad saves guy from $300 fine. Millennials are buying homes because of their dogs, not their children or marriages. They want a better yard for their best friend. And I'm proud of y'all. When you ask a question in class and the professor says that's a great question. Polite elephant crosses multiple farms on her voyage without damaging a single fence. This is 100% the kind of content I like to see. Look at that log. Go on, take a gander. Turn it over, and you might find a friendly salamander. Unpopular opinion. Not all dogs are good boys. Blocked. Sometimes. They are good girls. Unblocked. Don't worry fish, I'm gonna take care of you cause I know one day you'll do the same for me. I don't care what it costs, just make this man well again. My dad always found rubber ducks while on walks and hid them around for his version of good luck. He passed 4 years ago and we thought we found them all. Tonight I opened the backseat cup holder of my car for apparently the first time in a while. Dad, you genius jerk. To all dogs laying down. Will you please just stay laying down even if I get up? I swear I'm not doing anything important and I'll be right back, and you look so cozy. I love you and I just want you to be happy. Mom, can you stop putting your shoe on the dog? Me. First off, it's Crocs, not a shoe, and second off, it's his crown. We have to follow his command now. When you've done nothing but eat junk food all day but your mum says you're still her cute little munchkin. Tell me your best riddles and I will try to answer them. Where did my dad go? I dunno, but I know where your mom was last night. She was putting up missing posters of your dad. Hope you find him. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. Just in case you were having a bad day, look how happy this raccoon is with his stuffed raccoon. The moment my dog and husband realized I was in the car beside him. Or I feel terrible, I didn't get you anything. Oh wait, yes I did. How she thinks she looks versus how I think she looks. When you're telling your grandparents about your job and they have no clue what you're talking about but they're supportive. Lol, that's us. Love you. Grandpa is still to figure it out. What a hoot. People who have been in a coma. What was your perception of time while in it? I was in a coma for a week after surgery. To me it was instant. The odd part, my mom talked to me while I was in the coma and I remember the things she said. She talked about raising me, the funny things I did, etc. When my mom passed away in 2007, she fell asleep first. We knew she wouldn't wake up again. So I talked to her about how amazing she was as a mom. I talked for hours, until she took her last breath. I hope she heard me. I wasn't always a good son. You really about to make me cry right now, how dare you. All aboard the Feels train. Choo choo. My favorite haunted house experience was when a werewolf, after growling in our faces and effectively freaking out my siblings, stepped on my shoe and he said, in the softest voice imaginable, "Oh sorry." Widito is the best Pokemon. Crooked smile, barely any eyes, body made of gum, no arms, still trying to give you a hug regardless. Literally something as simple as a butterfly floating with the wind. Dogs, happiness noise. Find someone who loves you so much they eat with a picture of you after you're not around anymore. Having a conversation with my grandma with Alzheimer's. Me, it was nice seeing you. Grandma, it was nice remembering you. Me, you remember me. Grandma, I don't remember your name, but I remember that I love you. Loneliest frog in the world who spent a decade in isolation finds a mate. Wednesday. Married couple in China discover they appeared in same photograph as teenagers. The way this world works is beyond me. Dog saves owner's life by lying on him for 24 hours in the freezing cold. A Michigan man who slipped and broke his neck outdoors in freezing conditions survived lying in snow for nearly 24 hours thanks to his dog, who kept him warm through the night and barked for help. When you stop telling a story because no one was listening but then that one friend says, "What were you saying?" and you get to finish. Today this little 3-year-old tried to pay for her family's dinner with a Barbie credit card. I took the card and made her a little checkout to make it seem like she did. And she tipped me $3. My son stopped playing Fortnite and asked me if I wanted to play Minecraft survival mode together, and it meant the world to me. Just drove past a little boy with a lemonade stand. I wasn't going to stop but he looked at me and deadass started miming himself throwing a lasso at my car and pulling me in. I didn't have a choice. It's a lawless land out here in the west but now I have lemonade. Imagine waking up for an 8 AM class and this is what you walk in and see. He got up extra early to make a holiday class a little fun. Be nice and respect what he's doing. You know when dogs sit outside with their face in the sun while they close their eyes and when you pet them they're all warm. That's how I wanna feel always. Little girl mistakes water heater for robot, welcomes it to earth, hugs it, is great. My mental health. Older black lady at the post office who calls me sugar. Canadian air traffic controllers send pizza to US controllers working through the shutdown. There's a man in Florida who owns a cleaning service and spends his free time in cemeteries restoring the long neglected tombstones of veterans. Before. After. Missing dog. I miss my dog. He's not lost or anything, he's just at home. And I'm here at school. Enjoy the picture of him though. Hey, here's your ball back. Oh no. Don't worry, I'll get it. Humans are so clumsy. When I was a freshman in high school there was a boy named Chris, who was a senior who had autism and he really loved Hot Wheels. He always wanted to show people his tiny cars and instead of the popular crowd making fun of him they got excited with him. On his birthday everyone bought him Hot Wheels and he went home with a backpack full of them. For homecoming they voted him king and gave him a cape with Hot Wheels on it. Sometimes high school isn't so bad. Lies I have told. I always tell people that my cat doesn't really like people that much, even though she is really cuddly, so they feel special when she cuddles them. You are the best person. A penis. H. 8. So I'm having a pretty rough day. I'm walking down the street to the lunch trucks, with probably a big frown in my face, and there's an old man ahead with a cane. He says to me, "Nice umbrella," is quiet for a second and lifts his cane and says, "Want to have a sword fight?" We dueled for a few minutes and he taught me some fencing moves. Turns out he was a fencer for about 15 years. After we were done he told me, "Hope I made your day better," and walked away. Thank you old man, mission accomplished. Can we please talk about the experiment who just made sandwiches throughout the entire series on Lilo and Stitch? Look at him. Friendly reminder that Rube had the same powers and strength as Stitch but had a higher intelligence resulting in him being able to speak perfectly, but instead of being obsessed with destroying cities, only cared about making sandwiches. Best invention ever. Canine Kaya has become the first police pit bull in the state of New York. Or 3-year-old cancer survivor served as a flower girl in her bone marrow donor's wedding. Now this is the news I want to see on my timeline. Dad trying to teach me anything. Me. If you know me you know how much I love my hair, but I love my dad more. You got this homie. Dude in front of me just slept through the entire physics exam LMAO. Baby in public transport exists. Me. Mr. Rogers always mentioned out loud that he was feeding his fish because a young blind viewer asked him to do so. She wanted to make sure the fish were okay. I'm sad and ugly. Hey human. Touch me. Until you're only ugly. I just saw a dad get out of the car with his 2 young boys and he yells, "Who can go hug mom the fastest?" and all of them started running toward their house. That's the kind of future I want. Meet Maya, she's incredibly deadly, will rip your whole hacking arm off. Always feels guilty afterwards though. 12 out of 10 would forgive immediately. I texted my mom that I was having a hard week, and she called and sang "You Are My Sunshine" to me even though her whole office could hear her. I don't deserve her. What question sounds dumb but is actually hard to answer? Why did my wife leave me? So you could find someone better. We got worried when you stopped coming to the park. I babysit for a girl who used to think her mom's name was My Love, because her dad said it so often to her, and that's just freaking cute. I can't. I made an old lady blush today at work because she ordered 2 senior coffees and I said, "Senior, I'm sorry miss, I'm going to have to ask to see some ID." And she covered her mouth and went, "Oh dear me," and couldn't stop smiling. My kitten keeps bringing us leaves she caught in the garden as presents. Today she was especially proud of this very big one. 3 years ago today I was taken into a psychiatric ward for the first time. I was lost, hopeless, consumed by the idea of ending my life. Today I walk into a psychiatric ward as a student mental health nurse for my first day of placement. Things change, they don't stay hard forever. This woman ran 19 miles of marathon carrying a lost puppy. When no one claimed it after the race, she adopted him. Standing in life for photo night behind a dad who's trying to explain Alzheimer's to his son. Boy, but grandma forgot me. Dad, remember Dory? She forgot things to write. Boy, yes. Dad, but did that mean she loved Nemo any less? Boy, beaming. No. My organs watching me drink water. For the past year a very nice man has been standing on the bridge that's on my way to work with a sign saying he was having a hard time and could use a hand. Today this is what it read. "My last week out here, I got a job. Thank you to everyone who has helped me during this hard time." This old lady often goes to the supermarket to read books. So the manager put a little bench there for her. Bonsai apple tree growing a full-sized apple. A perfect balance of extremely impressive and completely ridiculous. Apple trees are determined. My parents planted a twig of an apple tree and that first year it grew 1 apple, and the whole thing was bent over from the weight of it. It had one job and by God it was gonna do it. I found a really good stick, but I chewed it too hard, and it broke in half, which was disappointing until I realized, now I have 2 sticks. Today has been an emotional roller coaster. We should have a holiday called Space Day where all lights around the world are shut off for the whole night to reduce light pollution so we can see the galaxy. Are you cold? A little bit. Hello. Yes, I would like to science please. This makes me want to get a PhD instead of a master's, but I would be almost 40 by the time I finished. You'll be 40 anyway. This pit bull wouldn't leave the shelter without the chihuahua he was, so the owner adopted both. Teddy bears. Protecting innocent children from monsters under the bed since 1902. Me name is dog. Ireland Grey. Still eat me greens. Each every day. I can't eat chip. I can't eat chalk. But it okay. I'm onch the brock. I'm old. This truck is old. We are not as quick as we used to be. Have some patience and a nice day. I love old ladies. I'm at the bus stop and these 2 very old ladies suddenly recognize each other and very sincerely one goes, "Holy shit, you're still alive." And the other says, "I'm gonna outlive my husband if it kills me." Woman finds out blood donor who saved her life. Life 11 years ago turned out to be her husband. This little girl thought a bride she saw on the street was the princess from her book, and I'm crying. When you and your friend have completely different interests and personalities but still love and respect each other. She guessed my favorite color first try. But between me and you, I didn't even have a favorite color until she yelled out yellow. She was hella excited and smiling like a little kid. So I told her she was right and I haven't seen yellow the same since. It's in everything. I could probably live in it now. 4 months ago I lost Kuta, my best pal and companion of almost 17 years. Finally got myself to a mental place that I'm ready for another. Welcome Sasha. Adopted her yesterday, just 9 weeks old. She has same grey hair and scruffy hairstyle as her new papa. Rescue dog drags its blanket over to homeless dogs so they can share it on a chilly night. The dog who never forgot how tough it is on the streets. I spent my last £500 on this billboard. Please give me a job. Employadam.com. I spent my first wage pocket on this billboard. Thank you for helping me. Just because you don't look like somebody who you think is attractive doesn't mean you aren't attractive. Flowers are pretty but so are Christmas lights and they look nothing alike. When someone I admire gives me a genuine compliment. Maggie got a growth removed today and this is what my dad sent me. She's a martini. Hey Twitter, I met this girl on a dinner cruise in Hawaii in 2006. We were basically best friends for that night so I need y'all to help me find my best friend cause I miss her and I need to see how she's doing now. Please retweet this so we can be reunited. This is crazy. Domino's pizza lover Kirk Alexander 47 life was saved by staff after they grew concerned as he hadn't ordered food in 11 days. A co-worker who isn't here yet just got 21 flower bouquets delivered, and instead of the girls looking and talking shit they're organizing them to look perfect for her. I'm melting. Using the Drake format. Using this dog format because he is a good boy. My grandpa got bitten by a spider and he was really upset so I went to get some cream but before I could leave the room I heard him say, "At this age I can't handle the responsibility of being a Spider-Man." Just drove a guy home from a bar and for the whole 15 minutes he talked about how excited he was to see his wife. I was having a really bad morning until this baby reached out at me and smiled. Shout out to this baby for being amazing. How can people say cats don't have feelings? Like, when my cat got deadly sick she refused to eat a single thing and it had been days, but when I started crying she ate just a little bit, and upon seeing how happy it made me kept doing it whenever she could. Now whenever I'm sad or crying she finds wherever I'm with a mouthful of food and eats the pieces one by one, every time looking up at me making sure I was watching her eat it all because she knew it made me happy, and it does make me happy. I love cats. Sobs. Met this sweet man at Outback. He saw us at prom and showed us a picture of him and wife at prom in 1949. How much do you guys earn a month? I'm asking so I can try to price my tickets as low as I can. Honestly, this is maybe the nicest and most sincere thing I have ever seen a celebrity do. I told him I wouldn't throw the stick because playtime was over. Throw the stick, you monster. I shouted at my kitty today for being naughty. 5 minutes later I find my other kitty comforting her and glaring at me. The giant panda is no longer an endangered species. Restoration 1. Such a wonderful month at the shelter. We are now empty. Everyone got adopted. Man gets cancer on cancerous growth, killing the growth and ending his cancer. It hurt itself in its confusion. When I cook for multiple people and serve myself the worst piece cause it was my fuck up and I want my friends to enjoy themselves. Every day I stare out the windows at a cat in someone's apartment. Weeks ago Miles and I asked what its name was. Today they obliged and we've never been happier. Marshall walked into the shelter and asked which cat had been there the longest. Came home with a deaf toothless senior love bug. Never forget the time Tom thought he killed Jerry and how he tried to save the one thing he hated most. So they brought an ice cream truck to school and the ice cream man saw my hair and was like, "Oh, I have something for you," and gave me this. Girl took cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito to prom so he took her cutout to Paddy's pub. The world's happiest criminal. This 99-year-old true crime fan had always dreamed of being arrested. When the Dutch police found out that it was on her bucket list, they picked her up, handcuffed her and threw her in the slammer. She enjoyed every minute of it. Let's leave it there. As long as you're learning, you're not failing. So there's this boy running around in a Superman outfit yelling, "I just beat cancer." Feel good times ensue. This goose used her wings to protect an abandoned puppy from the cold. The puppy was shivering so she folded her wings around this baby and moved him closer to her so he could benefit from her body warmth. Puppy stopped shivering and went to sleep. They recreated their wedding photos 70 years later. I'm crying. I asked my dad if I have ever made him cry in front of me before because I don't remember ever seeing him cry. He said once. He told me that when I was 3 years old he laid out a penny, $1 and a toy of some sort in front of me. He wanted to see which one I would pick. I think that a lot of Chinese people do that. It represents what you'll value most when you grow up, like the pen is intelligence, money is money, and the toy is fun. He was just doing it out of curiosity and boredom. It was interesting for him to see which one I'd pick anyway. He said that I just sat there and stared at the items. He sat across from me and waited patiently. According to him, I crawled towards them, he held his breath and I pushed everything aside and went right into his arms. He didn't realize that he was one of the choices. And that was the first and the only time I made him cry. I'm on the 5th floor and my window is open and someone outside sneezed. So I shouted "bless you" out the window and he said, "Thank you building." Breaks my heart that pirates spend their whole lives following a map, when the real treasure is the friendships they build along the way. This sort of thing is why I still have faith in humanity. World War II veteran gets more than 100,000 birthday cards after daughter's plea. You're only as happy as you choose to be, a saying that holds true for one and all, and I'm sure this selfie deserves more likes than most. Hey Pizza Hut, would you consider donating a load of pizzas to your local homeless community every night this week? Done. I murdered a rich guy in Red Dead Redemption 2 who slapped his expensive horse across the face after he lost to me in a race. His horse is now my main horse and she gets all the pats and sugar cubes in the world. I'm feeling good about my cowboy life choices. Me, I'm leaving for my trip tomorrow. 7-year-old, no, who will hug me? Me, Papa will hug you. 7-year-old, it's not the same. 9-year-old, yeah, but Papa will let us play who let the dogs out as much as we want and give us pizza every day. 7-year-old. Mama, can you leave today? When the government shutdown finally ends and the FBI agent in your phone gets paid again. Whenever I'm sad, I just imagine a bunch of tiny versions of myself working inside of my body that sing and push blood cells around and have romantic encounters and have sword fights with bacteria and have so much fun keeping me alive. I gotta take care of myself for the tiny people inside of me. Thank you, little friends. I've met countless children in hospitals over the years and this little guy was one of the best. His name is Oscar. I loved the fact that despite not having the slightest idea of who I was, he took the time to give me a checkup and make sure I was feeling okay. Throwback Thursday to Clifford's first Halloween. My heart. God, he's so teeny. This is Coco, a gorilla who is reportedly able to correctly use 1,000 words in American Sign Language and understand more than 2,000 English words. She is an avid Mr. Rogers fan and was taken to meet him in 1998. When they met, she embraced him and did what she'd watched him do on screen so often. She took his shoes off. Not every child will grow up to be a doctor or a lawyer. Teach kids it's okay to work with your hands and build cool stuff. I had a boy stop by my house after Halloween. He knocked on my door and asked if I had leftover Halloween candy. The kids all know I give full-size candy bars. At first I was shocked about the request and then I realized he was hungry, so I gave him some. I went out later and bought some muffins and apples. Each morning my buddy stops by my house and gets breakfast. Sometimes he requests a little more because he's hungry. It makes me proud my buddy trusts me enough to let me know he needs more. I hold hands with Ebony girlfriend as she talks about her day. Before my mum passed away, she gave my dad strict instructions to water the plants in the bathroom. He's been religiously watering them and keeping them alive. They look so amazing he decided to take them to his new home, only to discover they are plastic. Can hear my mum chuckling. Not the heroes we deserve, but the heroes we need. 1.5 million volunteers plant 66 million trees in 12 hours, breaking Guinness World Record. Reasons why my grandpa is the best. He made my wife and I'm a woman, a giant banner for our 1-year anniversary. When I was pregnant the baby was kicking and when he touched my belly the baby stopped and he called him a little shit. He once called and left a voicemail asking how to spell styrofoam. He flipped a table because he saw someone hit a dog. He beat Skyrim in 4 days. He served in the Korean War and when he came home he learned Korean, so if he ever ran into a Korean vet he could give them the same respect he'd give an American vet. My son has 2 moms and there was a special guy in your life day at his school for Father's Day, so my grandpa went and showed up in dress pants and a pressed shirt because he didn't want to embarrass him. Also there was a little boy who didn't have anyone there and grandpa asked if he could be his special guy and the little boy beamed. He knows all of the secrets to the Zelda games. He's had 4 open heart surgeries and can still kick your ass. Spent 7 years in special education, graduating with a 1.8 GPA. A teacher said I wasn't going to college. Now I'm a VCU grad and best-selling author. Dating a boy bigger than you. His hoodies will look cute and oversized on you. Dating a boy your size. You can share hoodies and they will fit and look nice. Dating a boy smaller than you. Your hoodies will look cute and oversized on him. Conclusion. All boy sizes are cute and good. Me, thinking about suicide. Stanley from heaven, don't make me come down there you punk. Good ghost is good. At 17 I had my first child. My girlfriend got killed in a drive-by. At 18 I had a daughter and my second girlfriend died of cancer, but I'm still strong. 19 to kids with 2 jobs in college. Will never give up. So this morning I made my chickens tiny pancakes because I love them and they is good chickens. Skinny girls. Chubby girls. Girls that criticize other girls. We are living in an apartment as we renovate our house. Congratulations on that, by the way. Is it like your dream home? I mean, my wife's gonna be living there, so yeah. There's a special place in heaven for the teachers who make study guides that are exactly like the test. Ohio dad booked 6 flights just to join flight attendant daughter during her Christmas shifts. Every year tourists throw approximately 1.1 million euros into the Trevi fountain in Rome. The city uses them to fund a supermarket for the needy. Yeah, sex is cool, but have you ever woke up from a dream and went back to sleep and the dream picked up where it left off? She looks so sweet, but today a woman asked her what her name was and she replied butt cracks so. I love that we set aside one day a year to gather in stadiums and living rooms across the nation and celebrate Super Bowls. Chicago, I need 10 volunteers to help me shovel for seniors tomorrow. I'm getting too many emails from elderly folks that need help. Meet me at the 79th Street Red Line stop at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I got hoodies, hats and lunch for anybody that comes through. In 1866, Liechtenstein sent out an army of 80 men to participate in the Austro-Prussian War. They came back with 81 men, suffering no casualties and having made one friend along the way. Restoration 100. Luring my drunk friends home. You want this? Get in the fucking Uber. I think we should appreciate beekeepers more for the job that they do. They protect our ecosystem and without them we would all starve to death. I just made this meme to give them some appreciation. I hope that's okay. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Lost dogs return home after owners cook sausages near where they went missing. This man stopped just to teach a young man how to do his tie for his first day of work. I once met a guy who I really liked, but he didn't read. He could read, he just didn't. He couldn't find any enjoyment in books and it devastated me. He appreciated my attempts at finding a genre he might like as he loved stories but could never enjoy books. Then I met his mother who was blind. When he was little she couldn't read stories to him, so she would make them up. He never developed an appreciation for books because she couldn't give him that. It absolutely devastated me to realize that that was an aspect of childhood that he could never know, and for good reason. I finally found a book he loved, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. The first thing he did with it, he read it to his mother. The dust storm was exhausting. My solar panels are covered in Martian dust, and I feel so sleepy. I don't think I can go on, but that's okay. I'll just nap here until you guys come and get me. I know you will make it. You know what's depressing? Starting the same sentence over and over again cause no one is listening and then just dropping it because obviously it doesn't matter. If I see this happen I ignore everyone else and start a loud conversation with the person so everyone else joins in. That feeling is awful and I will not stand seeing someone else go through it if I'm there. Oh my god, I adopted this cat as a kitten in 2007 when I was 8 years old. In 2012 my dad decided he didn't want the cat anymore so he left him all alone in the middle of a forest like a totally responsible adult would do and tried telling my sister and he ran away. Today 10 years later I walked into an animal shelter on a whim and I found my cat. Guess who is coming back home to finally get the love he deserves with my sister and I. One of my absolute favorite things. After a PhD student finishes their dissertation defense and the committee discusses while the student is outside the room. I love opening the door to bring the student back in and simply saying, "Doctor, 17 times and counting." I just saw a man pick up and carry 2 golden retrievers, large ones, one on each shoulder. He was saying, "You always do this. You said you wanted to go for a walk," as he picked them up. Tonight our neighbor Earl threw a pizza party for all the people on our block. He is 95 years old and is the sweetest, most caring person I've ever met. Though his wife has passed and his kid and grandkids are grown, he never stops making an effort to love people. Andrew and I have gone out to dinner with him a number of times and Early always tells us he can be our next door grandpa. I've never had a better neighbor. I hope to be half as giving, caring and amazing as him in my lifetime. Me. Houseplant. Me. Houseplant. Me. Houseplant. Me. Oh my god, opened my nan's laptop and when she's googled something she's put please and thank you. I can't. Please translate these Roman numerals, thank you. Dearest Ben's nan, hope you're well. In a world of billions of searches yours made us smile. Oh, and it's 1998. Thank you. I put some action figures on eBay. I'm on board too but not the other 28 I had. She messaged to say her autistic son was excited to get them. She wished she could have bought more. I sent her all 30 of them. Got a phone call. She thanked me and cried. We are all friends to this day. I think Minecraft is better than Fortnite because Fortnite is a shooting killing game and I don't like killing people. Minecraft is more peaceful than Fortnite. Me, grows 0.1 millimeters. Grandma, I've never met this man in my life. Sharks don't infest waters, they live there. Oh, a lucky penny. Ha 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 ha. Sir, your bottom is amazing. Mark Bustus works full-time at a boutique salon where prices start at $150. On Sunday, his only day off, Mark goes out onto the streets of New York City and gives free haircuts to the homeless. My grandpa owns an onion farm and occasionally decides to take a nap in the middle of the field. Whatevs, he wins at life. Last night it was cold and windy and when I opened my door this cricket hopped in, so I set him up good for the night. Lil pot of water, pickle and Swiss cheese, left AirPod with Frank Ocean playing. This morning I let him go and he hopped away happily. I miss him and hope he's good. Life pro tip, pretend to be afraid of the vet so they give you more treats. Hee. Elephants' brains react to humans the same way that humans' brain react to puppies. They think we are cute. My life has had no greater joy than knowing elephants think I'm cute. James Harrison 81 making his last blood donation on Friday in Sydney, Australia. His blood contains a rare antibody used in a medication that officials say has helped save the lives of more than 2 million babies. Australia's oldest man 109 knits tiny sweaters for injured penguins. I went through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru bawling and the girl asked me if I wanted a chocolate or vanilla milkshake. And I was like, no, I ordered a sweet tea, and she goes, no honey, you need a milkshake. Service, unmatched. I think the day I realized I was getting better with my depression was the day I was making cookies and humming some words to a Disney song and the conversation in the living room stopped, and then I heard my mom sniff and very shakily whisper to my grandma, she's singing again. No war. They make a compelling argument. Be me, right now. Cuddling with Doggo. I'm happy. Thank you, Doggo. Nobody dared go near the tower. A fearsome dragon sat on its top. Until one day a knight rode up. Do you need help to get down? Please. Got your man's best friend. Dog, okay. And women's best friend. Yay. And children's best friend. Or, and my best friend. Puts paw on God's knee, always. Got, I'm gonna miss you. Dog, I'll be back when they don't need me anymore. Teddy bears always have their eyes open. To protect you from demons at night. Try me, bitch. Holy shiz, Chad was right. My upstairs neighbor stopped me and said, hey man, I've been hearing you play music late at night, and you sound great. You're the first person to live there that plays well. When I lay down to sleep and hear your singing, it helps me sleep. Interesting fact about Dodge. She was freed from a puppy mill and was slated to be euthanized before she was adopted by Mrs. Sato, a Japanese kindergarten teacher. They named her Kabosu after the Japanese citrus fruit because her face is very round like kabosu. Current emotion, dogs who are stuck but pretending everything is fine. Today it started raining and a tiny stray puppy used me as an umbrella. How to parent a princess. I get why a lot of people hate the whole princess culture aimed at little girls. There's a hell of a lot of toxic bullshit in there. But when I was a tiny princess, my dad used to be my royal advisor. He would come to me and over tea we would discuss the problems of the kingdom. He would tell me that new people wanted to move to the kingdom and ask me what we should do. Or he would tell me that the teddy bears and the dolls were fighting over the enchanted forest and ask me what to do. Basically, he took the trappings of the princess culture and used it as a tool to teach me about leadership, civic responsibility and compassion. So if you have a little princess around, consider helping her figure out how to run her kingdom. There's no sense in telling a kid they can't be a leader or that they can't wear sparkles while they do it. A baby was staring at me in Target, so I started waving to her and she waved back, and the mom whipped around and was like, oh my god. And I was like, oh sorry, I was just waving to your baby. And she was like, that was the first time she waved. And me and this mom screamed in the store because we were so excited. Last night I FaceTimed the wrong number and this ginger picked up. Ended up chatting for 30 minutes. He was actually chill as fuck. When you work for 15 years instead of just 90 days, it ain't much, but it's honest work. Be me, be loser who drives a delivery van all day. Work is fucking boring as fuck. Get new puppy. Puppy is sad when I go to work. Have idea, I will take puppy to work with me. Next day put puppy in van. Puppy sits shotgun all day, does not piss or poop in cab. Take puppy to park during lunch break. Puppy waits patiently while I make deliveries. Drive home. Realize work was fun with my little puppy buddy. Have never had this much enjoyment of work. Thank you puppy. When your mom didn't vaccinate you as a puppy. Older people of Reddit, what's something trending among younger people that you also like? Yeet. I don't know what it is, but that word just makes me laugh. I'll be 48 this year and hopefully still have many years before I yeet the fuck off this mortal coil. Describe your ideal work environment. Isn't it wild that every version of you probably exists still somewhere in someone's memory? The messy you crying on the floor exists still. The happy sun-soaked you exists in your best friend's memory. No part of you has died. All parts of us exist always, simultaneously and hidden. Me. Life goals. A fun trampoline that's going to bounce me to my life goals. Beep beep. What is that? It's a lighting bug or whatever they light up. What, that's so cool, how does he do that? It's just a bug but it lights up. It had never even occurred to me that there were parts of this planet where lightning bugs are not indigenous. Hard to swallow pills. Your friends do love you, your brain is just mean. Neighbors build doggy door and fence so their dogs can hang out whenever they want. Man, human imprinting is crazy. My friend's Roomba zoomed by me and I got this intense urge to reach down and pat it. Like it's just a machine. But it's a good boy. It spends all day cleaning and sleeping and exploring the house and never complains, and it's just so good. Little robot. Pet robot. Pet the robot. Why am I like this? When I bought my Roomba, the lady at the store told me that if it breaks within warranty and I send it back to the manufacturer, I can request that they fix and send back the same Roomba instead of just sending back a new one. I gave her a confused look and she explained that people get attached to their Roomba and don't want them to just be replaced because they are like part of the family. 400-year-old bonsai stolen. Owner posts care instructions on Facebook. Parents of Reddit, what is the most embarrassing thing your toddler said out loud in public? My son was 2 and thought every black man was his dad. He was away for the military a while, so when we were at Boston Market he called another random stranger daddy and ran to him and hugged him. Ha ha ha, the guy actually picked him up and said, I'm not your dad but hey buddy. I was mortified but couldn't stop laughing. Does your storm drain spark joy? If not, declutter your storm drain. Take a step back to admire your storm drain. Thank your storm drain for all it does for you. When people talk about traveling to the past, they worry about radically changing the present by doing something small, but barely anyone in the present really thinks that they can radically change the future by doing something small. Dude. Rich people. Poor people. Teachers whom spend their own money to help students. When you come home and you see your dog and he see you. Someday, we will all die, Snoopy. True, but on all the other days, we will not. NASA should send another rover to Mars with a spare battery so it could revive opportunity and be friends. Dad, keep that thing away from me. 2 weeks later. Dad. Gordon Ramsay, what do you think of my fiance's skill at pork loin? Marry him. The I have answers. I'm eternal. I know all and see all. You may ask one question, but if someone has asked it before, I will destroy you. How are you? It's just so lonely down here, you know. That sucks, man. Many Romans loved their dogs and made graves for them with profoundly touching epitaphs. One read, "I'm in tears while carrying you to your last resting place as much as I rejoiced when bringing you home in my own hands 15 years ago." A group of 9 women who call themselves the 9 Nanas kept a secret for decades that not even their husbands knew about. For 30 years they met at 4 a.m., anonymously paying bills, buying clothes for people in need and sending them care packages. Each of the care package contained a homemade pound cake and a note that read, "Somebody loves you." I wish you understood my every word, Garfield. I could tell you I love you. I understand how you feel. I love you too. There is a blind deer in our neighborhood and this 10-year-old boy walks her from one grass patch to another every day before school to make sure she finds food. The best thing about my mum finally getting a decent phone is her fangirling over my dad on Snapchat like a teenager. What is a dirty little or big secret about an industry that you have worked in, that people outside the industry really ought to know? I work with kids at a daycare and we see babies take their first steps sometimes, but we never tell the parents because we don't want them to feel bad about missing it. After years of renting apartments without enough space for a dog, I finally adopted this sweet girl. I have come for your soul. Actually, I've put all my heart and soul into my artwork. Oh, can I have this one then? There is exactly one person on the planet who is the nicest person on earth. When both Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross were alive, who had the title, they kept graciously handing it back and forth to each other. Oh, here comes Dave. He's a hugger. Hey guys. Told my granddad I was taking him for lunch. My dad just phoned him and he said he's been up and showered since 7 a.m. all ready for our lunch date. My heart. P.S. He loved it. Me, I love everything about you. My girlfriend, really, but what about me, did I stutter? 3 boys found man about to jump off bridge, grabbed him and didn't let go. I love my dog. If ever I cry he collects up dirty socks and brings them to me. They're his favorite thing in the world. And they make him happy, so they'll make me happy too. He's a good boy. Gary Gygax's wife was convinced he was having an affair, so she followed him to a dimly lit basement and burst into the room only to find him and his friends hunched over hand-drawn maps. Gary would go on to invent the role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons. Be me, 17, female and in treatment and recovery from rape. Walking through Petco to pick up crickets for my friend's pet lizard. Lock eyes with this cat in the adoption area. She presses her paw up to the glass. Crying in public. JPG. I impulsively adopt her. 2 months later, suicidal thoughts almost non-existent and able to talk to strangers again. Cat is my best friend. She never leaves my side when I'm home and encourages me to get out of bed in the morning. Don't forget to give your pet a hug today. Remember Kiwi and his goth girlfriend? Well, now she's his goth wife and they have 4 beautiful half-goth babies. Gabriel Nobben, 19, with his mom and sister right after he found out he'd passed Brazil's famously difficult university entrance exam. The young man had cut a deal with a prep course to clean the building in exchange for free classes to help him prepare for the exam. This photo is from 1955. It was called A Few Seconds Before Happiness. I got this tank top on Amazon and they sent me a dress. On the plus side, it does make my ass look great. My sister is about to have a baby and my brother showed up to the hospital in a suit because first impressions matter. They give you a lot of treats while they're training you, so play dumb for as long as you can. It is time to go. Was I a good Mars rover? No, I'm told you are the best. A very dear friend of mine passed away 12 years ago at 20 years old. When we were kids, we'd go to a local Pizza Hut for the buffet and gorge ourselves on as much pizza as possible. Before we left, we always did this in their bathroom and giggled out little hearts out. I think about that regularly to this day. This post brought a huge smile to my face. Thank you. How she thinks she looks versus how I think she looks. Teen has vaccinations after asking Reddit. Ethan Lindenberger from Ohio asked social media site Reddit if he could have vaccines without parental consent. I'm so proud of this community. Customers buy out stores donuts so owner can care for his sick wife. 17 years together. They said I'd only last 90 days. I made it to 15 years. Am I a good boy? Beagle adopts baby possum after losing litter of puppies. I'm not crying, you're crying. Hans Island is disputed territory between Canada and Denmark. The militaries of both countries periodically visit to remove the other guy's flag and leave a bottle of Danish schnapps or Canadian whiskey. Brian Ware founded the Crayon Initiative after learning that restaurants throw away all the crayon